Hello and welcome to pmclounge.com. Today we are talking about the different types of charters, the project charter, program charter, and portfolio charter. Now, before we proceed, I'd like to remind you of two things. Number one, if you're into reading articles, first link in the description will take you to a related article on this topic over at our official website pmclounge.com. The second thing that you should know is that this topic is part of the basics of project management. So if you want to look into other concepts that are basics that you should know before starting off your PMP journey, before starting off your project management journey, then second link in the description is going to take you to a playlist that contains all those concept videos which are the very basics of project management. So with those two things being cleared, let's get ahead and try to understand these different types of charters. So what exactly is a charter? One important fact about charter is that this is possibly the only document that is actually common across projects, programs, and portfolios. Now, this does not mean that you have just one charter and it is applicable to projects, programs, and portfolios. Not like that. A project will have its own charter, a program will have its own charter, and same goes for portfolio. But the name of this document, the charter, is something that each project, program, and portfolio is going to have. So why so? Because a charter is the very basic document, possibly the first document that you create when you start your work on a project, program, or a portfolio. So charter is used to define the objectives, goals, and also initiate the work. So obviously, whenever you're starting off with a project, a program, or a portfolio, you need to know what the objectives of this project, program, or portfolio are. What are the goals that you're trying to achieve? And once you have that information, then you can initiate the work. So charter also lists known constraints, whatever that you know at that point in time. So you should include that. And it also gives the authority to the respective manager to get started. And that is how you initiate the work. You name the respective manager, the project manager, program manager, or portfolio manager. You name them in your respective charter, and that's how they get the authority to start the work. Okay, so before we move further, you should know the difference between project, program, and portfolio. We've already created a video on this topic. So once you know the difference between these three concepts, you will be able to understand their respective charters as well. So we've already created a video on this. Third link in the description is going to take you to that video. Also, you should know the fact that project charter is actually covered in great detail in the integration management knowledge area. The very first process in integration management knowledge area is develop project charter. So although you don't have to go over that entire process right now, but just so you know that project charter is very important when it comes to project management, and we have covered that in great detail. Fourth link in the description will take you there. A quick reminder for the training that is highly appreciated: project management for non-project managers. If you're not a project manager, how do you get started into project management? Head over to pmclounge.com/pm for non-PM. This is totally free. Check it out. Okay, now let's talk about the project charter, the program charter, and the portfolio charter. Starting things off with project charter. What does it contain? It contains the description of your project. It contains the summary project schedule. This could be simply dates of the project milestones. Then it also contains the business case. What is the business reason to take up the project? So that business case is also present in the project charter. The project charter is also going to list the name of the project manager. So you now have the authority. If you are the project manager, your name will appear in the project manager. So you now have the authority to start the project work. Nobody can tell you why you are asking them for their time, for their resources, team resources, or physical resources, because you now have the authority to work on the project. You are named in the project charter. Second is the program charter. So what does that contain? The program charter defines the shared benefit. And remember, when you learn about programs, you will understand why shared benefit is so important. So the program charter is going to define the shared benefit that the program obviously aims to achieve. And it is also going to list all the projects that are part of the program, because a program is going to be a group of related projects. Now, just like the project charter, program charter will also mention the name of the program manager. So program manager will also get the authority to start his or her work based around the program once the program charter is out. And finally, number 3 is portfolio charter. So portfolio charter talks about the strategic benefits. Program charter talks about shared benefits. Portfolio charter talks about strategic benefits. And all portfolios aim to achieve or accomplish certain strategic benefits. Finally, it also is going to contain the list of programs and projects that make up the portfolio, because portfolio can include not just programs but also certain projects as well. Also, the name of the portfolio manager is present in the portfolio charter, thereby authorizing the portfolio manager to start his or her work. So that's the difference between three charters. That's how the three charters typically look like. It should be noted that charters are very high level document. They are not detailed document, and they are not going to run into several pages. It is a very high level document and is something which is created right in the beginning. Okay, question for this video. In the course of your project, you are the project manager and you are delivering this project. So in the course of your project, do you think you would need to look into the program charter or the portfolio charter? Think about it. This is an interesting question. Let me know your answers in the comments. Definitely looking forward to them. So that's all that we had in this video. I hope you were able to understand these three types of charters. Smash that like button if you got value out of it. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified whenever we upload new content. Also, don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, your number one free PMP resource.